Bernard here. I hope you're all safe and well. Welcome to my film and TV channel, and we're looking at a TV drama today over 8 episodes. So this is season 1 of a brand new TV drama. Will we see any more of it? Well, perhaps a bit more of that later on. Today we're going to have a look at a drama called Industry. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. Push the bell notifications if you want to know when these vlogs are available. Make sure your notifications are set to public. That'll be absolutely wonderful. Please check all my playlists. I do TV dramas, I do movie reviews, TV drama reviews, board game reviews. There's some older ones on there. I've not done any recently, but there's some on there if you're interested in that sort of thing. And obviously we do information vlogs and little quizzes as well. So please check those out, and if you look, you will see some football vlogs as well. I do have a Citizen channel which covers my football team, Manchester City. So if that's of any interest to you, or someone might be interested in it, but if you can point them in my direction and get them on that subscribe button, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Much appreciated. All comments are very, very welcome about this, or anything else you want to comment about. It's all very welcome. Please, if you do like this, just I do like, it's nice to get views, but it's nice to get some thumbs up as well, especially these drama things that don't always go down well with the public, you know. So obviously this isn't an adaptation, fortunately. A lot of BBC stuff obviously are adaptations of old novels and stories, etc. But yeah, we always get some interesting comments on these, so any thumbs ups and appreciation is really nice, because we do get some down comments because it's a BBC thing, but that's just a political thing, I think. Nothing to do with what it is, it's just how it is. Anyway, right, yeah, Industry. So BBC HBO collaboration, this one. It's actually available on the iPlayer now in the UK, and I think it's on HBO Max in the US, even though it has been obviously streaming and showing on a weekly basis. So by Christmas 2020, I think it will have shown on the normal streaming channels, and then it'll be available on iPlayer and HBO Max only. Yeah, it stars, I have to get the names right here now, Hala Herold, Marisa Abela, Harriet Lawty, David Johnson and Naban Rizwan. They star as the graduates, and Connor McNeil, Freya Maver, Will Tudor and Ken Leung as the management. So we've got the management and graduates in Industry. It gives an insider's view, apparently, of the black box of high finance through the eyes of an outsider, Harper Stern, played by Myla Herold, a talented young woman from upstate New York. How talented is she? I don't know. I know the first episode she's having to forge documents to get into it. So well, I suppose that's a talent, isn't it? Following a group of young graduates fueled by ambition, youth, romance and drugs, Industry examines issues of gender, race, class and privilege in the workplace as these impressionable young minds begin to forge their identities within the pressure cooker environment and sensory blitz of Pierpoint and Co.'s trading floor, where meritocracy is promised but hierarchy is the king. There you go. So brave words there. Creators Mickey Down and Conrad Kay. How's it doing? What's the sort of feel out there for this one? Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a very healthy percentage. You've got a 79% approval rating based on 23 reviews, and it scores anywhere between, it has an average score on Rotten Tomatoes of 7.56 out of 10, which is really good. And the consensus reads, though Industry's social critiques tend towards superficial, sharp writing and an excellent ensemble make it easy to enjoy its soapy workplace drama anyway. And the audience aren't far behind. Rotten Tomatoes audience gave it 68%, so that's quite good. Internet Movie Database, yeah, Joe Public, you and me. Well, this is an interesting one. So as I'm doing this in early December, it's got an overall rating of 6.5 out of 10, which is quite healthy based on almost 2,000 reviews, 1,863 reviews and scores that have been left. Looking at the individual episodes, I'm looking at the scores, they're quite interesting reading as well. Episodes 1, 2 and 3 scored 7.4 out of 10. Episode 4, 7.5. Episode 5, 7.5. Episode 6, 8.7. And episode 6, 8.7. Episode 7, 8.2. And episode 8, 8.5. So you can see the last 3 episodes have scored quite highly. Some of the comments on Internet Movie Database, not always complimentary. Someone said, take the show Billions, which I've not seen, to be honest with you. Make it British, make the characters unlikable, make it a shell of itself. The finished product you're left with is Industry. So not very nice words. Someone else said, I know they are speaking English, but the accents can get so thick and talk so fast that it's hard to follow what is going on. Not just the accents, but the rate of speaking is fast. Yeah, I didn't have any real problem. Obviously, I'm based in the UK, so perhaps that's why. But I didn't see that as a problem. But obviously, I can understand it. I know certain English things have to have subtitles and stuff, don't they, in the US? I believe. Anyway, so there you go. Someone else wrote, really enjoyed it. Of course, there's some dramatic license, which you'd expect, in comparison to reality, but a lot in reference to the culture did remind me of many of my experiences in finance on a grad scheme. It's a good portrayal of a dominant toxic culture. Someone wrote, I thought it would be boring. I was wrong. It was very good. Someone, not bad, different, interesting array of characters. Someone else, this is solid. People giving it low ratings probably just don't get it. This series is one of the worst series I've ever seen. And someone else, obviously you saw that guy before, was a graduate and said he could recognise it. This one's a total opposite. I spent 25 years in investment banking and I absolutely hate this series. I somehow managed to get through the first episode, but didn't get past the first 15 minutes of the second. Well, perhaps you'll give it a little bit of a longer go, but if you're in the industry, you probably don't like the way you were portrayed, to be honest with you. The writing sucks, the actors are terrible. Not particularly. The storylines are insane and it gives me a headache. So there you go. I mean, anything, if it's 8 episodes, you've got to give at least 2 or 3 episodes, haven't you? And I'll more on that in a moment. Someone else wrote, the characters are all come across uneducated, that it wouldn't make sense for an investment bank to employ them. The interns are also given way too much responsibility on desk without having experience. So yeah, I mean, again, we're talking poetic license, aren't we? I mean, we're not talking realism. I'm not, you know, if you want realism with the city traders, perhaps they'll do a documentary and we can watch that, or you can read up on it. But it's just entertainment, don't forget. Someone else wrote, it's just not a realistic show. I wish it was, but it isn't. So I mean, there you go. There's again. I mean, I have no qualms that this isn't real to life, because at the end of the day I found it very hard to find out how they made the money or what they actually did with the time. But hey, this is just insane. It's a drama with the industry as a background to it. My little thoughts. Yeah, I mean, some of the comments there, I mean, obviously some of the scores, it sort of dawdles along for a little while, and I can understand that guy. Obviously, he obviously had a point to make anyway, because obviously it was about his industry, but only lasting a couple of episodes. It didn't sort of drag me in and make me want to watch episode 2. It didn't particularly make me want to watch episode 3, but I was watching it. So by episode 4, yeah, my views were changing a little bit. It's sort of, as I was sort of growing a little weird, it starts to up the ante and becomes a little bit more watchable. And that's reflected, obviously, in the gradual increasing of the scores that you can see with the public over time. I actually looked at this a couple of weeks ago, and the 6.5 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database was under 6. It was probably about 5.6, 5.7, but it sort of, I think that falls in line with the fact as it's progressing along, people are starting to, who stuck with it, I mean, a lot of people won't stick with it, are beginning to enjoy it a lot more. And we can see that by those episodic ratings that I talked about earlier. I mean, the sex scenes are just unnecessary in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't bother me that at all, but the sexual tension relationships can certainly be shown without the odd graphic scene, which doesn't really add much to the overall thing. And I have seen a couple of similar comments about that. I liked it. I'm not sure the later episodes are worth the 8-point scores. I mean, obviously 8.4s and the 8.5s, but the characters did sort of, I didn't really care about the characters initially, but as it did progress, it did sort of grow on me. Obviously, the female's the lead character, and all the others are sort of get involved in and out, round and about her. But yeah, it sort of did grow on me, and it obviously did grow on other people as well. Overall, there is too much filler in this. There's too much filler, too much sex scenes that are unnecessarily spread throughout. And I sort of wanted it to delve just a little bit deeper and wanted to know more about the background about the characters rather than what was going on. It would have been nice to have a little bit of flashback and stuff like this. The content we get probably could have covered in half the episode. So 8 episodes, as I say, it is a little bit dragged out, and that's what sort of ruined it initially. You could have easily put this 8 episodes into 4 episodes. It would have been a far tighter, more interesting series. But hey, that's not going to sell in the US, is it? A 4-episode thing. They want the bang for the buck, don't they? Let's be honest about it. As I said, how realistic this is for working in the city, I have no idea. Some people say it is, some people say it isn't, but I'm sure it's a drama at the end of the day. It's not real life. It's not a real life fly on the wall documentary. So yes, of course they're going to take plenty of poetic license in this, but at the end of the day, it was okay to begin with, I thought, and I sort of kept watching it. Would I have stopped watching it if I wasn't reviewing it? No, not really, no, because then I wasn't too sure I was going to do a review or not, because if it wasn't that great, I may not have done a review. So, yeah, it ended up very, very watchable. Not sure it's gone down well in the US, unfortunately. Obviously, those reviews before, I can't tell from where they're coming, but I think it's done better in the UK, where this style of series isn't quite as common as it probably is in the US. I mean, they mentioned the Billions before, didn't they? It's something I haven't watched myself. So there is a big debate whether there will be a second series. This might be it. We might not see any more of this, which will be a shame, because as I said, it did improve and we got to know the characters a little bit more towards the end. So it would be a shame that they didn't have a second series, but I can fully understand why not, because as I say, it did sort of struggle to get going and probably wouldn't have impressed a lot of audience over the pond, especially in the US, with, as I said, which does have a sort of more pretty a glut of these sort of things, industry based, you know, not political, but obviously it's something we don't see much of in the UK. So it was quite unusual for us to watch this, to be honest with you, as a UK based thing as well. Yeah, I'd score, personally, if I was going to score the thing by episodes, I would have scored the first 4 episodes anywhere between 5.5 and 6 out of 10, but then I would have scored the last 4 episodes between 6 to 7. So yes, you've guessed it, my overall score is going to be, yeah, a very watchable 6 out of 10. But as I said, I can fully understand if people lose a little bit of heart with it and can't be bothered, which obviously you could see from some of those reviews earlier. But I thought it was watchable, and I wouldn't mind seeing a second series. But I say, if it doesn't, then obviously it probably got what it deserved by being a little bit slow at the start and not building the characters up very well and getting people to invest in it, which is probably why it's sort of hit the heights it should have done, although those Internet Movie Database scores are quite good, aren't they, in the 8s, but say overall it's getting a 6.5, isn't it? So is it 6.5? I'll just check that while I'm on with you. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. So I think that's a reasonable score. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10, but we'll see. We'll see if there's another second series. Right, thanks for watching. Please check my links on screen. If you follow or friend me on Facebook and Twitter, I do check every couple of days, and I try and follow and friend everyone back. So if you want some more followers, etc., I will reciprocate. And please, if you check out also my website, I used to have a video shop in Manchester in the 90s and 2000s. So I do sell a lot of posters from that time. I've got quite a lot of thousands, literally, of posters I sell on my website, moviegamenostalgia.com, and I also sell old and rare DVDs and some board games on there as well. So if you check that out and have a look around, that'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching me. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what you think. What are you thinking of industry? Are you watching it week by week, or have you sort of binge watched it like I ended? I watched the first 3 or 4, then I binge watched the last 4 episodes on the iPlayer. And I think you can do that on HBO Max as well. You can watch 3 or 4 and then obviously binge watch the rest. So let me know what you think anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again here on my little film and TV channel, or perhaps you flit over to the football channel. All I can ask is please stay safe, everyone. Burn the same. Goodbye for now.